Hi, I'm Mark Kranenburg, your host for Steak University TV, brought to you by Chicago Steak Company. Today we're going to kick off our first episode by unboxing these amazing products and show you how to pan fry a steak to perfection. I'll have you know that I'm not a chef. All I am is a hardworking guy that likes amazing food. Start with getting our box from good people at Chicago Steak. Let's get into this. You know what I love about Chicago Steak Company is they actually ship their meat in an actual cooler. When you look in here, you'll see the steaks and the dry ice. Just don't touch that dry ice. Take it out, let it evaporate outside, just to be safe. So let's get into it. So let's crack these bad boys open. First, we've got these strip steaks, boneless strip steaks, USDA wet-aged prime beef. Oh, they look amazing. Check out the marbling in these things. Next, we've got these filet mignons. Have a look at the marbling in these. They're almost the size of a baseball, like unbelievable. Last but not least, we've got this last box here, which contains the Chicago Steak Company seasoning. This is their signature spice, and I'm telling you, once you've tried it, you'll never have anything else. A little grilling kit where they've sent us a apron, keeping us looking good. Gotta love it. And then after we get hooked on these amazing steaks, they've got the ordering catalog so we can hook ourselves up with more in the future. So the proper prep of a steak is a fridge defrost. We take our steaks 12 to 16 hours, put them in the fridge, let them cool down naturally, not at an accelerated pace. So we've done that already. We've got them sitting here. Next thing, you cut the steaks open out of the package and you want to set them on your counter for 20 to 30 minutes so they can bloom and get to room temperature. Wow, amazing, amazing looking steak. Now we're at room temperature. We've been sitting for about 20 minutes. Key is to towel dry our steaks. Here's the rule of thumb. Spice your steaks 5 minutes before you're gonna cook them. If you spice them too early, you're gonna draw the moisture out of them and then you're gonna take away from the juiciness. That's not what we're looking for. Now we're gonna take our Chicago steak seasoning. We're gonna sprinkle it over the top. Don't worry about getting a little excess, because then what we do is when we flip it over, do the other side, we just mop that extra little bit up. Get it all taken care of, even the edges. That's all flavor right there. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be amazing. The first thing you wanna do is get that pan nice and hot. See how it's smoking a little? That's telling me that it's just right and ready to go. So, we take our peanut oil. You can use it whatever kind of oil you like. I like peanut oil. Now, always remember, see, I'm grabbing my steak, and when I'm putting it in the pan, I'm putting it down away from me so the grease doesn't splatter up at me. It splatters away from me. Listen to that sizzle. There's a lot of different methods you can use, with the constant flip method, but for me, I like to have a good crust. So what we're doing is we're gonna do 3 minutes on each side. We're gonna flip it, and you're gonna see. This is gonna give us a perfectly done medium rare steak. Now it's time to flip the steak. Remember, never use a fork. You never want to pierce your steak and let the juice out. I always like to use tongs, so that's what I suggest for you to use as well. See that crust right there? That's a thing of beauty. Now we're going to throw some butter in there. Gives it a really nutty flavor. Let that butter melt in there. And we're going to grab a piece of garlic. I'm going to crush. Throw it right in that butter. Just let that garlic cook in that butter. So here's the best part. You tip that pan towards yourself, let that butter come right to you, you take it and you baste your steak. Let all that delicious butter go right into that steak. I wish you guys could be here right now. It smells amazing. We're gonna rub that garlic on there a little bit. And I'm just gonna throw just a touch more of our seasoning on there, just to freshen it up a little bit. This is a key part to making your steak awesome. See that strip of fat along the side? Cook it right into that butter. Just let all those yummy juices just go straight through. Now I'm just gonna grab my cooling rack. If you've got one of these, this is key to making a really good steak. So this is how you finish strong. You take your steak, you put it on a cooling rack and you let it sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. This way, what you're doing is you're letting those juices reabsorb into the meat. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay guys, so while our steak's resting, we thought we'd just throw in another extra for you. This is a twice baked potato. Take that, pop your top off, grab a spoon, dig the inside of that out. Try to leave a little crust in there. Peel that top out as well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this top and we're gonna put it right inside that potato. Just like that. So now as the next step, we're gonna take our butter. We're gonna throw in, be generous guys. Throw that in there. A bit of milk. Chicago steak spice. Mash it all up. Get it all nice and smooth. Little chunky's good though. Then we're gonna grab our skin, and we're gonna scoop it in there and pile it nice and high. See how you pile it nice and high and all these kind of little chunky parts sticking on the outside? They're gonna turn nice and crispy brown, nicely charred, just the way we like it. All right, throw it in the oven.
How you cook an amazing pan-fried steak in a cast iron pan. Stay tuned for more ways to cook a steak in our upcoming episodes. We're going to be diving into everything that Chicago Steak Company has to offer. I'm Mark, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and we'll see you next time right here on Steak University TV.
Subscribe to our newsletter